Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Vanessa, psychotherapist, GLP-1 user, mom, grandmom, dog grandmom. Coming in really quickly. I know I've been gone for a minute, but listen, there's so much happening in the world today. So I have been doing some things that looks like volunteering, donating, helping wherever I can. The world is on fire right now. However, I digress because this is a place of peace and positivity. So I'm going to just shift right into my video. So for those of you who are new here, welcome. I am a psychotherapist who have decided to experiment with tirzepatide as I work with women who use them as tools and resources or as tools. And so I'm experimenting with GLP-1 myself. I switched from Zepbound to tirzepatide, compounded tirzepatide. And I'm just going on this journey trying to have an experience for myself. For those of you who are new here, or for those of you who have been here, welcome back. I know I've been gone for 2 weeks, but I'm going to incorporate my 10th and 11th week in today's video. I am so excited because I am almost at the 3-month mark. So I will dive right in just to catch you all up. And I'm looking at my notes over here so I don't forget anything. As I said, it has been a long 2 weeks, but I am here. And so I jotted down my results and my side effects for the past 2 weeks. So today is shot day. Today is going to be my 12th shot. So I'm actually starting my 3rd month and I'm so excited about that. For weeks 10 and 11, I told you all in week 10 that I was going to titrate up to 4 milligrams, which I have done. And that actually worked really well for me. And because it worked so well for week 11, I decided to titrate up to 5. So I know that I said when I started this, I wanted to stay at the lower end. However, what I'm finding is for me in my body, if I want to lose a reasonable amount of weight each week, that I needed to up it, because although the 4 milligrams was great for me in week 10, it did not help me to at least lose 0.5 pounds or half of a pound, which is my goal, either a half a pound to 2 pounds, whatever that looks like. For week 10, I was 199.3 pounds. And I ended up losing the 0.3 pounds on the 4 milligrams. So with that, I decided that I was going to try the 5. I was going to try to go up to the 4.5. And then I just said, if I'm doing well on the 4, because I'm almost at the 3-month mark, I will go ahead and titrate up to the 5 milligrams on my next injection. And that's what I did. And with that, I was excited about it because I actually did really well on it. I didn't experience any horrible side effects. I was able to lose a pound. So from week 10, I lost a 0.3. So I was at 199. And then for week 11, I lost a pound and I am now at 198 pounds even. So what I'm learning through this experience as I'm experimenting with compounded tirzepatide is that the dosage does matter, and that is one of the reasons why one may have to titrate up. Now, I'm hoping that I don't have to go up to the higher amounts. I've adjusted my expectations around maintaining the low dose, which I will most likely do once I am in maintenance, titrate back down to the low dose and stay on whatever works to help with the menopause symptoms and things of that nature. But we are not there yet. So I have a total of 33 pounds left to lose, and I am looking forward to it because I remember when that number was 50. So yes, I'm officially down my first 20 pounds. Actually, I am down 20.9. So almost 21 pounds. I'm excited about that. This is from June. So I started my GLP-1 journey in August of this year, so August 2025. But I started my loss and healthy lifestyle journey in June of 2025, and I kept losing and gaining that same 10 pounds. And so once I got on the GLP-1, it allowed me to be able to maintain the loss. So I am almost 21 pounds down, which is amazing. Again, menopause and my age and whatever other factors, it is what it is. So I will take it, and I look forward to seeing what next week brings. I'm going to stick with the 5 milligrams and see how that goes. So to go back, I usually start with my side effects. So this week I didn't have any for weeks 10 and weeks 11. I didn't have any side effects other than the positive ones, which is weight loss and also appetite suppression, as well as minimal food noise. The nose drip is starting to let up, so that's a good thing. My blood pressure is stable. The top number is between 113 to 117. The bottom number is between 72 and 76. And so I've been maintaining those numbers for about a month now. I believe that it is the assistance of the GLP-1 as well as my weight loss and my diet and exercise. Because I was eating healthy and exercising, that was not enough. When I incorporated the GLP-1, that actually helped for me to lose the weight and also to get my blood pressure in a healthy range, because menopause does things to our bodies, and no one told me that. And you know what? I was thinking about an incident. I had some self-reflection the other day, and I was just thinking about a time where I woke up and was having heart palpitations. So I woke up this morning. It was probably about 2:30 a.m. in the morning, and this was about 2 years ago, and I was having heart palpitations, and I did not know what was wrong. I thought it was because I had started eating meat again, because at one point I was plant-based. They call it vegan. I ate a plant-based diet, and I believed that it was because I had incorporated meat back into my diet. And so I found myself at the emergency room. I called my daughter, and she came and got me, and we rode to the emergency room, and they couldn't find anything wrong. They had ran the test and all the things. I got a $2,000 bill to prove it, and they couldn't find anything wrong. And no one ever mentioned to me that this could be because of menopause. I had to do my own research, and I had to hear other women's stories about menopause symptoms that looks like blood pressure spikes and increases, blood sugar challenges, as well as heart palpitations. And so I didn't find that information out until a year after that incident. And so I'm sharing this because if you are a woman who is in perimenopause, menopause, or now postmenopause, and all postmenopause is that you no longer have your menstrual cycle. This isn't TMI, we all grown here. It's probably mostly women watching this. So if you're not in these stages, chances are you will be someday. And preparing yourself for that, educating yourself on these things matter in terms of your health. So I wish I would have known this. I wish someone would have told me these things so that I could have figured this stuff out sooner than later. However, yet here I am. And maybe I can help someone with sharing my story. If that's something you're experiencing, then maybe talk to your medical provider about it. Because, oh yes, let me give that disclaimer, everyone. I am not a medical doctor. And although I am a psychotherapist, I'm not your therapist. So this is not medical advice, but this is strictly for educational and informational purposes. And just me, I am a professional, but I am still just a human being coming on to share my story for those who this may help, and also to document this for myself. All right, that being said, so weight is down to 198 even this week, and then now my inches lost. Overall, I lost a total of 15.7 inches. So almost 21 pounds and a total of 15.7 inches. That is a lot. So my body is definitely recompositioning itself, and I look forward to doing my second body scan in a couple of months. So I'm going to go get new lab work done. I'm going to go get a new body scan done so that I can just compare the two from when I first started to where I am now. So I look forward to sharing that also. My exercise still it is the same. So I'm still doing 3 days on with weights and then 3 days of walking the dog, and that's about it. And then my calories are the same between 16 and 1700, although I'm about to drop down into just the 1600 range, which will probably be next week. I'll keep you posted on that. I thought I needed to take them down a little bit, but what I notice is when I take my calories down, I don't lose. But when I take them back up into that 1700 range, that I do. So my body is responding well to that. So I'm going to keep going. And the NAD plus, so I told you all that I was trying that peptide out, and it is actually working well. So I'm enjoying the energy that I'm getting from that. And one fun fact is that you are supposed to inject that peptide before you work out. So for those of you who are using NAD, if you inject it anytime other than when you're about to work out, you may not experience the benefit of this peptide to the larger degree. And then also what I learned is that you could inject too much and it can make you tired. So if you are doing NAD plus, try to do it before your workout, and then also maybe not do the full amount. So some people are doing the full 100 milligrams, and that is a lot. For me, I split it up. I do 50 at the beginning of the week and 50 at the end of the week, and I'd always do it before I work out. So those are just some fun tips. Again, this is not medical advice, so talk with your medical provider or doctor. And non-scale victory is that I can now sit with my legs crossed comfortably, and I do it while I'm working. I do it while I'm out watching a movie with my daughter and the dog and all of that good stuff. And then my mental victory is that I am trusting my process. So no one can tell me anything about my body. The same way I can't tell you anything about your body, nor can your medical provider, although they can help you. No one can tell us about our body. Listen to your own body. Pay attention to what it is doing and how it is responding to the medication and the changes, right? Such as dosing, and also the food that you're eating, when you drink enough water, when you don't, when you exercise, when you don't, when you get enough sleep, and when you don't. Pay attention to all those things. What I find is that it works wonders when I stick to my plans in terms of exercise and sleep and eating and water, hydration. Then I am doing the best thing for my body and my mind and my spirit. And with that, I am trusting my process. So I hope that you all are doing well on your journeys and that you are trusting your process, and stay safe out here. Maintain positivity as much as you can. Stay connected to your support systems. I hope that you find support in me. I do plan to come back in next week. It depends on how things go. I want to do my part in the world to make it a better place and to help as many people as I can in any way that I can. So I hope that if you can volunteer or donate to someone who is in need, that you do it, because it's up to us. Love is the only way. All right. So good to see you all. I'll see you in the next video.